Mm.
It is a pleasure to welcome to the program Ben Palmer, known online as Palmer Trolls. Ben, welcome to the program. Why Palmer Trolls?
I guess that maybe one way to describe some of the things I do, trolling, I guess. It started a while ago. Before I knew what trolling was, I was doing that. And then someone told me, hey, by the way, you're trolling. And I was like, okay, well, maybe I should just embrace this then.
There you go. What was it? How did you start? Well, we should say, the videos I have seen, I've actually seen the presentation you're going to give us. It's awesome. But some of the videos that I've seen all center around the fake ice tip line that you put up there, and people call in and then you call back. Tell us about this. It's really, really funny and disturbing.
Yeah, there's been some disturbing calls. People, a lot of revenge deportation attempts, like exes trying to get back at people. But yeah, they think I'm some sort of legitimate person that can help them. And so it doesn't take much to get them to talk and to tell me why and where and who they want to get deported. So there's been some interesting calls. I think one of the most egregious ones was the kindergarten teacher who looked into a 5-year-old kindergarten student at her school and wanted to get that kid's parents deported, just because she said they looked out of place.
Do they leave them their number and you call them back? Is that the way it works?
Okay.
Yeah, I also have a hotline too. So
The one I've seen that might be, I don't know, perhaps the most viral was the woman at, what was it, the Publix?
Oh, yeah.
Who called and was reporting the woman who helped her find water to ice. And you were like, oh, so she helped you find the water. You were able to get the water, and you still want her rounded up, put in the van, and then driven over the border. And like they start to feel bad as the call goes on a little bit, but you don't break character. So it's brilliant. It's amazing stuff.
Yeah, she's like, I just didn't like that she spoke Spanish and her English wasn't great. I was like, but she did help you find the water, right? She's like, oh yeah, she took me right to it. It's like, oh, so now we're just gonna throw her in a van and take her across the border. She's like, whoa, hold on, I wasn't saying all that.
Yeah.
But that's what you're calling to do, though. That's what's going to happen.
I also enjoy that your supervisors called you back, and then you get reported sometimes for being a little bit sarcastic. People after a while start to feel bad about it. Can you give us like broad strokes, like as to the demographics of people who call you? I guess I've heard more women than men on some level.
Yeah, it's been a lot of women. I've had my share of men, plenty of white people, but there's also been a handful of Indian people calling on other Indian people. There's been Hispanic people that have called, but yeah, mostly white people. Like in most things, the whites have the most of it.
Yeah.
Before we get into this this sort of scam that you ran that really got pretty deep into it, what other things have you done prior to the ice tip line? Like what other I don't know. They're like pranks.
You were the city of Atlanta, right?
City of Atlanta, that's right. Yeah, it started with pretending to be a customer service representative on corporate Facebook pages, like Walmart. People were mad at Walmart, whatever. And then, when I was living in Atlanta, Georgia, I made the City of Atlanta Facebook page, and that one got a lot of traction. And then the actual City of Atlanta was like, really funny. He needs to stop doing this. He's using our. And then the news reported it. They put it on their screen. And then the news was like, do you have anything to say back? And so I gave them a list of demands. I'll stop posting, but I need these things to happen. And it was like, all of my traffic tickets are absolved. 2 free rides on the trolley, and I asked for $60 in cash.
Did you get that? No.
No. Still,
but it's not illegal, right? I mean, is there a statute against vague, sort of impersonating a city's website? Is that illegal?
Well,
you don't have to admit to anything if you think it's going to be.
I kind of dance around the line.
It's a gray area. Yeah.
That's a gray. I like to explore gray areas. That should be the name of my next comedy special. Actually, it's gray areas. No, but I think with that, it's it's parody. It's protected under parody. I don't ever try to do anything maliciously. I don't try to steal anyone's info. Never try to scam anybody for money. And the end goal for me is always just jokes.
Let's talk about this because I can't remember what the genesis was, but you ended up developing a fairly close relationship with Congressman Ted. What is it, Yoho? Was it Yoho? Right? Yeah. This is just crazy. So walk us through this, or start it up, or fire it up.
Okay. I'm going to start it up, and just as a quick intro, I'm going to do a bit about multi-level marketing companies, pyramid schemes, which there are a lot of those companies out there where nobody makes any money except if you're at the very top, you end up making a lot of money. And most people end up just losing money or just wasting their time. But one of these companies is called Monet, and they were getting in trouble because in addition to being a pyramid scheme, they were causing people's hair to fall out. Their hair product.
Wow.
And that wasn't the product that they were selling.
That was the byproduct of the product.
Tired of haircuts? We have a way of you losing your hair.
So I emailed them as a reporter named Jackie Jones with the Coloradoan Times.
Colorado.
Right.
Great logo.
Thank you. There's the Coloradoan, but there's not the Coloradoan Times. I emailed them a quote from their CEO that says, if you like the Vin Diesel look, you should try our hair products because they'll make you bald. And they emailed back and said that is absolutely unequivocally not from their CEO. So I said, okay, I'll make sure to note he didn't say anything about Vin Diesel. I said, but we do have a quote from Vin Diesel about him. I said, I can share that with you. They're like, yeah, we want to see that before you run it. So I'm like, okay, this is directly from Vin's reps. I've relied on Monet to keep me bald for years. Then the next email I got was from their lawyers, who sent a multi-page legal document that mentioned Vin Diesel several times. They said you can tell it's not their CEO by a simple Google search. They said if we publish this, that Monat's going to take swift legal action. And then they gave me a deadline to confirm that I won't publish it. They said, if you have any questions or wish to address this issue further, please contact us or have your attorney do so. So I had my attorney do so. I said, on January 28th, 2021, you threatened to take swift legal action. I'm reaching out to inform you if you take any legal action against Jackie at the Coloradoan Times, even just a tiny hair of legal action, I'll respond by photoshopping every Monet executive bald, and these photos will be posted on the internet and made easily accessible by a simple Google search. In addition, I'll get in touch with every bald celebrity to ask them if they'd be interested in promoting Monet. That list includes, but is not limited to, Pitbull, Charles Barkley, Samuel Jackson, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Larry David, Seal, Terry Crews, and the Dalai Lama. You have until Friday, January 29, 2021, 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time to
Wait, can you refresh me on what the time difference is between when you received that email, when you sent this email, and when the deadline is?
For the next day, I believe.
Okay, great.
I said that time has already passed.
Oh, there we
If you have
go.
any questions or wish to address this issue further, please do not hesitate to contact Jones. Sincerely, Jackie Jones, Jones, Jones & Jones, LLC, attorneys at law. You mess with Jones, you get the Jones. So I shared that interaction online, and somebody saw it, and I don't know how they got this link, but they sent me a link to a Zoom party that all the executives at Monat were having. All the people at the very top of the triangle. So I joined as Trey Angle. And I got awkward in there very quickly.
And I see one face I don't recognize. Who is Mr. Angle?
Hey, I'm Trey.
The beach bag.
And they removed Trey from the meeting. So I tried to change my name and rejoin, and they let me back in. So I was able to say,
You mess with the Jones? You get the Jones.
okay. And yeah, and so that's the kind of stuff I do. So this happened. This happened. Yeah, so someone sent me a message all the way back in 2020. They said they bought the domain parlor.social. And they made a website making fun of the social media app Parler. And that was the Parler logo. This is the website logo that they made. Obviously, looks nothing like the actual Parler, but here's the website. You're in a safe space now. No facts, no filters.
Parler doesn't exist anymore, does it? Is it not? I think it's.
They kind of got bought by somebody else. They have like a different function now, but look, like the social media app Parler, no, it doesn't exist anymore. But at the time, it did. So he left like a form on the website for people to fill out, and that's why he reached out to me. He was like, "Hey, do you want to like respond to people who fill the form out?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." But then, you know, we never really heard anything from anybody filling out the form until a year and a half later. He messaged me again, saying that an actual congressperson filled out the form. His name is Ted Yoho, thinking that it's actually legitimately Parler. Ted Yoho was the guy who called AOC, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, a fucking bitch. And when he said that, it was like a big issue. People made the news. And then he was supposed to apologize for it to Congress, but here was his apology.
The offensive name calling words attributed to me by the press were never spoken to my colleagues. And if they were construed that way, I apologize for their misunderstanding.
He's being very specific about not to. Oh, yeah.
My passion
Yeah.
or for loving my God, my family, and my country. I yield back.
Yeah, so that was his apology, quote unquote. But he left his phone number on the form, and he wanted someone from what he thought was Parler to reach out to him about making a podcast, helping him produce a podcast. So I called him.
Wait, why? What?
Yeah.
Hold on, you go by that so quickly. Like, he's like, I want to make a podcast. I don't know any other person in the world, so I'm going to reach out to a social media site and say, help me. Like, what? Does he not know anybody?
And not only a social media site, a website pretending to be a social media.
Yes.
Yes.
Which, by the way, like clearly on that website, it says at the bottom, it says, "This is a joke. Please don't sue me." Like it literally says in fine print. But I guess he didn't see it. So when I called him, to be honest with you, I thought this was going to be like the first and last call, and so I was just going to say a bunch of crazy stuff, see if he would hang up on me and be done with it. But he never really picked up on anything I was saying when we talked about his podcast.
Content's going to be, pretty much God, country, family, everything I ran on.
Sorry, you cut out.
I cut out.
Yeah, God damn it, family or something?
No. God, country, and family.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, I was like, whoa, easy on the
that's gonna be
family.
pretty
So I said that. We talked about school
We
shootings.
tried to get implemented when I was in Congress, a gun safety program to go into the schools. Of course, none of the schools, really wanted to do that.
Maybe if there were more shooting ranges inside the schools, that way all that aggression, you skip right past the lunchroom, right to the shooting range, get some target practice in. Even if the targets were, 6-year-old boys and girls as the targets, if that saves a life, then hey.
Well, and have the parents come out with you.
So clearly he's not paying attention. So this just kept going over time. We kept working with him. He wanted us to make him a website for his new podcast, and so there that is. That's what we did for him. He was sending us like blogs that he wrote, like this one.
Oh, let me ask you this: did he
yeah.
pay you?
No, so that was the thing. He wanted to pay, but I always said, we really like what you're doing, and we just want to stay.
So he thinks like, I nailed it. Of all the places I could have tried to call, I called the one place that didn't come out, and these guys are doing great.
He's like, these guys love me so much, they're going to do this for free. Because I never wanted to get any monetary transaction, because then
Right. Then it becomes a different level of
Yeah. But yeah, he was writing blogs and sending it to us, and we just uploaded those under like the manifesto section of the website. Yeah, that just kept going. I honestly didn't know how long I could keep doing this. One time he asked me, he's like, does anybody else work with you over there? And I was like, yeah, that's true. I can't be the only person working for Parler. So I recruited another comedian, Walter Masterson.
Yes, we know. We've watched Walter's stuff. It's fantastic.
So Walter came on and was like a creative director for Parler. And so we had a couple of Zoom calls with Ted.
I mean, the ignorance out there is just amazing.
Yeah, there are a lot of just ignorant people. Completely. And it's like the stuff is happening right in front of them, and they're just like totally ignorant. It's like, and it's just,
They fall for anything.
So we had to call. I honestly didn't know what was gonna happen, like how long I could keep doing this. But the AOC thing was an important reason why I kept going, because remember he told Congress that he never called her that, and then even on the news he went and told them this.
Did you refer to her as a F word, B word?
No, I walked down the steps and I said, this is just such frickin' BS.
But here's what he told me on a call.
A reporter heard me say something. He said, what was that about? I said, no comment. Well, you guys are in the media business, and when somebody says no comment, it's kind of off the record. You don't go after that.
Right.
And he said, did you call her an F&B? And I said, no comment. But truth is, as I walked away by myself, I said, what a F&B.
Yeah. So he admitted to me some things that he lied to Congress about. So at this point, it started to get kind of getting deeper and deeper. He wanted me to meet him in person. He invited me out to Liberty University, where they're having this CEO summit where other politicians and powerful people were going to be there, because he wanted them to come on as guests on his podcast. So at this point, I was like, before I do all this, I really probably should talk to a lawyer. So I registered Jones, and Jones. And then I actually did reach out to a lawyer. I called one of Sacha Baron Cohen's lawyers, because he had that show, Who is America? On Showtime. And in this particular episode, this is Roy Moore, the judge from Alabama, who is a pedophile. And Sacha Baron Cohen said, I have this wand that could detect pedophile excrement. And he scanned himself and nothing happened. And then he scanned Roy Moore and it started going off, started beeping. So later on, Roy Moore sued him for $90 million. And Sacha Baron Cohen won. And one of his lawyers told me on a very brief phone call that the reason he always wins is because he has these people sign these airtight contracts before they go on his show. So that same lawyer sent me the same contract, and I got Ted to sign it.
Oh my God.
Now, had you set up Parler Social LLC?
Yes, I also set up Parlor Social LLC.
Oh, that was smart.
Correct. Yeah.
It's a real entity. Yes.
Yeah.
That's the part Sam likes more than anything.
That's your production company. Is
Exactly.
for that production. That's fantastic.
Exactly. Yeah. So off we went to Liberty University.
Oh my
Here I
God.
am meeting him for the first time.
I like how you did not. The thing I really appreciate this is like, I can see how for instance, like the Yes Men. Are you aware of them? I would imagine that, and they would really dress the part. And when I saw, like, when I was watching this and saw you show up with, like, you really did nothing to in any way, like, change. Like, it doesn't even look like you washed your clothes to present as if you were at Parlor Social. But I guess, like, part of it is, like, you're the internet guy.
Yep.
And so like, it's like, he's talent. We can't, we don't.
Exactly. I did stick out a little bit. I tried to get the Liberty University hat when I was on campus. That was my one disguise attempt. But yeah, so we were there with Ted. We were supposed to start interviewing people in this conference room that he had booked for us. Apparently he double booked it with the Lieutenant Governor of Virginia. So they came in, they're like, "Who are you guys?" And I'm like, "I'm just here with Ted." So we actually had to leave. And so the first day we didn't interview anybody. We just ended up following him around. By the way, yeah. So I went, Walter went, and then Matt, the guy who made the website, the fan who reached out to me from the beginning. The three of us went, and I brought a cameraman as well. So yeah, that whole first day, no interviews. We're just following him around. He's just like shaking hands with people and introducing us to people. Like that's the former president of Ghana there in the middle. That's another congressperson over there on the right. And then there's us. God. That's the look of, what am I doing here right now?
Walter dresses the part a little bit. Walter has a character that whole backstory on that character. I can tell right there.
Right. So Ted's like giving a speech in this conference room. We're outside waiting for him. When we're waiting for him, all of a sudden these people approach us and start asking us these questions like, do you belong here? Do you have a card? Can we see your license? I'm like, oh, great. Now we're about to get sent home. But we realized it was Walter, the one they recognized, because before all this, he had been doing things like this a lot in person. I'm usually all online. So we realized he was the one they recognized. For example, here's one of Walter's stunts where he joins on the beach Marjorie Taylor Greene and Matt Gaetz.
I'm so excited! I mean, everyone thinks you're crazy. I don't think you're crazy. People think you're a pedophile. I don't think you're a pedophile at all. I don't think the claims against you are totally false.
Yeah.
They're totally false.
So Walter,
Oh my God.
He does this kind of thing. So we realized it was Walter who they recognized. So he texted our group chat. He says, "I'm going to leave so you guys can keep doing this." And he was right. Walter was the one they recognized because I had security come up to me. They had Walter's TikTok on their phone, and they're like, "Are you with this guy?" And I was like, "No, we just met him today. We don't really know him like that."
Of course. Yoho doesn't realize that you've jettisoned Walter. So right. Yoho's not privy to the fact that everybody's like ringing the alarm bell about Walter being there.
Yoho does not know that Walter has now left. Here's what was going on in Yoho's perspective.
She goes, "Yeah, we're going to sit down." And they go, she goes, "We thought they might be the TikTok disruptors." Wow.
So he blamed the Chinese instead of blaming us. So thank you, China, by the way, for getting us out of that. Because he never brought it up again. He did ask. He goes, "Where'd your buddy go?" And I was like, "Oh, I think he had to go home or something." So I was very nervous, but then he never brought.
But it's just so amazing too that Like, he's just like, I got the guys here. I gotta trust them. They're like
I mean, he's
just the fact that one of the guys just was unnecessary, I guess, and just.
He's so stupid. You don't have to be quick on your feet at all when dealing with him.
I mean, he's so congenial with you, really, too, already at this point. It's your first in-person meeting.
You're his only friend.
Yeah. I think he was just happy that we were there. I really don't understand what he was thinking, but I was like, okay, as long as we can still stay. But yeah, he invited us to some dinner, and I was like, no, I don't want to do that, because the next day we had like a confirmed guest that he had booked, and that was a former presidential candidate, Michelle Bachmann. So the next day I met her. You can see the lovely logo we drew for TED on the whiteboard back there. Very professional.
Is that your pony too?
Yeah, so I had been doing this for 3 months, and like I wanted this to be, the end. So I brought some things, some props that I wanted to present to TED to see if you remember like all the things that we talked about on the very first phone call that we had. One of them, oh, by the way, yeah, Michelle Bachmann signed the Sacha Baron Cohen contract as well.
That's fantastic.
So yeah, one of them was a horse, because before he worked in Congress, he worked as a veterinarian, and we talked about that.
On the abortion side, I mean, if you get rid of the male population and get it manageable, then you can manage your herd from that point forward.
I think that's
What happened over the years.
a great analogy to go with humans too. Put this on the men, get forced vasectomies, and now they're carrying a little bit more of the responsibility. If they can't get the nut, then there's not going to be the baby. So.
Well, that's true. And
So I brought the horse.
There's nothing you can say to him that
Exactly. I brought the horse. I brought forceps for the horse, and a mug that says "vasectomy survivor." I kid you not. And so I presented that to them, and they thought it was funny. They didn't know what really was going on. It was kind of awkward. But then the next thing I presented, that's when it got really uncomfortable, because that was the target with the kids on it, and I put that behind them. That's when they realized, something isn't quite right, and they got up and they left. But now in this conference room, it's just me, Mac, the guy who made the website, and the camera guy. And I'm like, guys, I think we should just pack our stuff up and leave as soon as we can.
Who realized first? Ben? Was it Michelle or your friend Ted?
So it was definitely Ted. Michelle just had a look of shock on her face the entire time. She's had this face, and then she had the mouth open face, like, what is happening right now? Because, from her perspective, it's like she's just talking to Ted the whole time. He's like, yeah, let's come up and record this podcast. Downstairs, they were having all these people congregate, and there was like, politicians and armed security. And he's like, yeah, let's just do a quick podcast upstairs. Her not knowing any idea how deep in this Ted is with us. So yeah, we're like getting our stuff ready to leave.
I'm sorry, one more question. Did you
Yeah.
get a sense that he was suspicious because he had already been approached about the TikTok thing?
No.
Or was it just, oh my God, my good friend from Parlor Social, it's maybe a little bit crazy?
Yes.
No, I talked to him again later that night, and he was talking about other stuff. Oh